much, if anything, this spring.
Yeah.
How much are you doing? How good do you feel?
I feel great. I feel like I'm back to myself. I started doing some individual work, but they still want to keep me out of teamwork just to be safe. When I come back, they want me to come back for good.
Yeah.
So.
And you feel 100%?
Yeah, I feel like I'm 100%. I'm running full speed. I'm back to cutting. So I'm feeling great now.
TreVeyon, when you say you feel back to yourself,
Yeah.
when's the last time before now that you felt like yourself?
When's the last time I felt back to?
Like how often last season did you feel like yourself, and how often did you feel like, man, I'm dealing with stuff?
Before that third game when I injured myself, but after that, I never felt like myself again. But I'm just finally being able to get that, feel like myself again, get that confidence back and get going again.
Trey, Coach Alford just said you're energetic in the team rooms and meetings. He says sometimes they have to pull the reins back on you because they still want to be safe with you.
Yeah.
How much has just being out here again meant to you, and just what's been your mindset all spring?
It means a lot, man. I wish I can be out there, with the team and do some team stuff and compete because, I'm all about competing. And I love competing, but I know they just want the best for me right now, just to stay safe.
Go into more of the level of competition in the running backs room this year with how Dowland and Chip have this spring. It seems like you guys have a lot of options there.
Yeah, we definitely have options. Bringing Chip in from the. Got him along. He's a great person. He's a great player. So.
There are 5 of you in that room.
Yeah.
Really good running backs.
Yep.
You all want to be the guy.
Yep.
How do you kind of deal with that?
Shoot, it don't faze me at all. I tell Coach Alfred, I don't care who he brings in. I want him to bring in the best competition because that's not gonna do nothing but bring out the best in everyone else. So the competition is never a thing for me.
Trey, you talked about this a little bit. If you're right now, you're not going full speed in practice, just as a precaution. Can you?
Oh no, I'm running full speed, just not against.
Right.
But
that's what I mean. Could you play a game right now?
Oh yeah. I feel like I can definitely play a game right now. Yeah, I feel like I can definitely come out here, do a couple of things, but
why risk it? Is that basically why you're not?
Yeah, it's just spring ball right now. It's a great chance to get better, but we have a whole season. We got fall camp. We got a whole season ahead of us. So.
How far ahead of schedule are you from what the doctor said you'd be?
By a lot. I've been ahead of schedule for a while now. So.
Can you detail exactly what the injury was?
So I fractured my sesamoid bone. That's like the bone. So you got 2 of those, and when they did the X-ray, I basically had 3. So my bone has split, and that's like the bone you need to actually push off. So basically I couldn't push off that whole last season. Every time I tried to push off, I was basically refracturing that bone, and then I tore some ligaments and tendons around. So my foot was basically beat up all last season.
How'd you play at
It's
all?
just I just thank God, for giving me the strength to play through the games that I played and getting me through the season. It was tough just going into games. I was barely practicing all last season, going up into the games. And then not going into the games confident, wondering, will I be able to just cut again? Will I be able to be full speed again? Will I be able to just be myself? And then I feel like that affects a lot. So.
He obviously doesn't want to tell the opponent what your injury is. So obviously he's not going to tell us because then everybody would know. But how frustrating is that? Maybe the fans didn't know what you were going through, so maybe they were hard on you. Just how tough is that on you when people don't know exactly what you're going through?
It don't really faze me what the fans say because they don't know what they don't know. But what matters to me most is the people above, the people who really matters the most. I just felt like it was important for them to know those things. I didn't want to make it seem like I'm soft because that's never the question. I'll play for anything. I'll do anything to be on the field with my team. And I've been doing everything I could possibly to be on my team all last season. So whatever the outsiders say, that really means nothing to me.
Trey, when you have an injury like that, when you're trying to plant and cut and you're being effective, how does that affect you when you are in games? Are there moments when you had last year hey, I'd like to do something here, but
it was moments. It was moments where sometimes I'll be hopping around, or it'll take me a while to really hit the hole, and that's just because I couldn't. I knew that if I would plant my foot, that I would basically refracture that bone. I would tweak. Even when I was getting tackled, at the beginning of every game, as soon as I get tackled, I basically retweak my foot. So.
Do you think about that on the field?
Yeah, I definitely think. I was just thinking about it all the time, and going to the game, you don't want to be thinking all the time. You just want to go out there and do it, So.
What are your expectations for this year personally? You personally, what are your expectations?
You know, I got a lot of expectations for myself. I hold myself to a high standard, and I definitely didn't play up to that standard like my standard last year. So this year I just want to play up to my standard again. I just want to, and I feel like I said, like I feel like I'm back to myself, and I'm ready. Like I'm ready whenever the coaches feel me and the trainers let me free. I'm gonna do whatever I can.
Trey, when you have a situation like that, where you have a difficult year, where you're dealing with an injury and it's uncertain and you can't be yourself, does it ever make you think like, man, maybe I need a fresh start. Maybe I need to reevaluate what's going on. It's not against anybody, but it's just like this season got a little sideways. Maybe I should go somewhere else.
It was definitely frustrating last season because like I had certain feelings about certain things that evolved around this building, and like I just thank my teammates, for keeping me uplifted, for keeping my spirits high, because it definitely, like, that was my first injury like that truly affected my performance. Like I never had a long-term injury like that ever before. Like any tweaks I ever had, like it never affected my performance. Like I could still perform, but like that was my first real injury. Me going through my first real injury, so it definitely affected me a lot mentally. But I just thank all my teammates for like keeping me motivated and keeping me going each and every day.
So when you hear criticism, last question, like he's not doing this, he's not hitting the hole as fast, you probably think, I can't.
Yeah, you feel me? I don't really pay attention to what comes from the outside, but I did. I'll hear these things just coming from people inside the building. They say you can't do this again. They say you can't do that. But like I said, they don't know what they don't know. Like they didn't know I was dealing with this injury. I heard somebody saying I was playing through all sorts of things. And I was like, man, I'm only dealing with one injury. So like I said, they don't know what they don't know, and there's no hard feelings.
Trey, you said you're